one of the biggest mistakes you see dental teams making when it comes to submitting insurance?
I would say definitely not submitting for what they're doing. If you ever take any kind of insurance coding class or whatever, they will tell you bill for what you do, but oftentimes they don't. So a patient's coming in for, let's say, an occlusal adjustment or something. They'll be like, well, let's just bill a limited oral exam because we're not really sure what the proper code is, or one thing or the other. You have to bill for what you do for many reasons. And that is probably the biggest thing that I see a lot. And some of it comes from the doctor's end, like, oh, well, just bill it as that. And some of it's also the staff. They're not quite trained. Definitely get yourself an ADA coding book. So if you're not sure what that code is, break it out, bring it to your doctor and say, what do you think you did? And what category does it fall into here? That's the easiest way to do it.
So it's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of proper leadership. And it sounds like a lack of time sometimes too, that it's quicker to, instead of looking up what I'm supposed to be coding this as, I'm just going to fall back on the things I know. Why is this a problem?
Not billing for what you do. Well, definitely if you ever get audited by an insurance company, specifically that you're in network with, they most often will ask for, to start, maybe like 10 patients, and they'll want to see the patient's notes and sometimes other things, x-rays and such. And if they're seeing that you're doing things and not coding them correctly, that's a big red flag. Oftentimes you end up having to pay back a large sum of money to the insurance company because you weren't following your network agreement there to bill what you do. So that's the biggest thing for sure. And sometimes they
don't hold back. Don't hold back.
Sometimes they can stop it there with, first 10 patients, but sometimes they'll say, you know what, I want 50 patients. And it kind of snowballs from there. And then you're definitely flagged with the insurance company from then on, and they will most likely audit you in the future. I think
they might, come on, let's be real. They might make an example out of you.
Oh, yes. And, I see it a lot. There are some offices who insurance companies hardly ever ask for more information on a claim, and then there's some that they're always asking, and they're making it very hard to get reimbursed. So you are certainly flagged with them, and that obviously makes reimbursement tough, and you're going to see it in your AR for sure.
Yeah, but you could also go to jail, right?
And okay, bigger picture, go to jail. And there also are stories of, office managers being in legal trouble too, not just the dentist. I think that's a little state specific, but for sure.